Let's bring in our brother Holla. He's been holding on. Welcome to In The Paint, really showing sports. What's up, Holla?
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Hey.
Yeah.
What
did you want to add? Were you just laying in the cut?
I missed the first half of the show, so I didn't know whether you guys had gotten into the CM Punk thing.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
That was the first thing, brother.
Oh, the first thing. Okay, good.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you see the McMahon interview?
Yes, I did.
I didn't, but I listened to CM Punk's interview.
Yeah, he listened to the whole Colt Cabana podcast with him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Stone Cold and Vince didn't really get that much into it.
No.
But Vince did apologize for
come on, Mello.
He apologized for the thing that he sent him on his wedding day.
Right.
He said that wasn't intentional.
Right.
So which leads me to believe that everything that CM Punk was saying was 100% accurate.
Pretty much.
Because if it wasn't, he would have got into it. The only person I really seen say anything was Jericho.
Was who?
Mm-hmm. Jericho, Chris Jericho.
Okay. Yeah. I missed that one. Yeah,
he responded to a certain part. But I really don't think that he was going at Chris Jericho, so to speak.
Right.
But, Chris felt like, it was a certain part in there where he felt like he was being misrepresented, so he addressed that.
Yeah.
Well, something, these wrestlers, they recognize what Vince McMahon is about, filling his own pockets.
For sure.
For instance, Steve Austin, he's made it publicly known that he left wrestling because he knew he could do movies. Same thing with Dwayne, The Rock.
Dwayne, yeah.
And Stone Cold's body was beat up.
Stone Cold's body was beat up, but he says he didn't agree with the scripting, and the other the other guy knew he was better. He needed to be showcased. The one who's in the MMA stuff.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar was a beast when he was in WWE. I mean, he was. Can I say whipping ass on the show?
Yeah, he did. So.
You just did.
Brock Lesnar was a beast. Like the first 6 months he was in WWE. I mean, nobody could do anything with him.
Nah.
So these guys know what Vince McMahon is about. I will congratulate CM Punk on speaking his mind and taking a stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
See, the thing about I think you if anybody hasn't listened to that Vince McMahon interview, I think you should.
Yeah.
Because it'll give you some insight into what type of person he is and how he views the business.
Right.
Yeah. So, somebody sent this to me.
DJ Groove Killer. I'm talking. Can I finish my thought?
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. Vince McMahon sees the business like he always, when they ask him what he feels about it, he doesn't call it, like in the very beginning of the show, Stone Cold referred to it as professional wrestling, and he said that's not what we do. He said professional wrestling is what my father did. He said if professional wrestling is just two guys in the ring, you don't know who they are, but they real good, technical guys having a wrestling match. He said that's not what we do. We tell stories.
Right.
So he looks at it as a television show.
Yeah.
That's how he views it. Like he says, if you don't know about the characters, then why do you care about the match?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of truth to that. And actually, I'm one of the people that actually agree with how he turned it from professional wrestling into sports entertainment. I think that it was smart because it eliminated that whole thing, that argument that people used to. You remember the reason why John Stossel can't hear in one ear? You know, trying to make some, breaking report on the most obvious thing in the world. Everybody knew what the deal was with professional wrestling. It's like, I always found it stupid. It's like, does anybody ask, go up to Keanu Reeves and say, "You're not Neo"? Duh, yeah, it's a show.
Right.
I'm not really Stone Cold Steve Austin, That's a character that I play.
Exactly.
So the whole fake versus real stuff is just,
Yeah, that always kills me too. I'm like, no, it's fake, really? No, oh my God, I never realized it.
Mark is dying to say something, so let him say it.
Okay.
Now I was gonna say next week we definitely I'm gonna get the clip for everybody, and we're gonna talk more wrestling next week, and we're gonna continue more covering wrestling.
In other words, he wants to move on.
What'd you say?
I said, in other words, he wants to move on.
No. We
no, it's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
Do you want to? Because I did want to say one more thing.
Go ahead, Holla, and then we can move on.
Yeah, the culture of that industry is really the reason why CM Punk. I mean, the real story about CM Punk is that they managed to take a guy who was as a kid loved wrestling and make him hate the industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He went from somebody who loved all of these guys and grew up looking at them and wanted to be a wrestler and loved the business to now he says, I won't even step inside of a ring anymore.
Yep.
That's how much I hate
it. Amen. Well said.
You know what I'm saying? And that right there says it all. And also, just the industry itself feeds off of those type of kids because it's a tough guy industry. Like when you can separate your shoulder and you can keep on going, that's like a badge of honor for a wrestler. So it's an industry that deals with, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for people that can't take it. And so they take advantage of that. Like Vince and all of them make billions of dollars and pay these guys minuscule money because these guys aren't really going to complain. They're just happy that they're on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think next week I want to cover, will it get unionized? Like the NFL, like the NBA, Major League Baseball, hockey, and soccer. Will there be reform in the WWE and all the other, other mid to smaller wrestling entities?
I think so. I don't know if the WWE will, but I think that's an inevitability. It's got to happen at some point because then you're talking about an industry that's almost like a damn dinosaur.
Yeah.